All right, so it has been a month since I've been able to get up here, partially because it's been raining and I have had trees falling down. I got to cut up this area behind me. I've got to cut up a couple other trees. But the goal for today is the same as last time. I want to finally get water to that outhouse. I swung by the hardware store and I got some more valves and fittings. I should have everything I need, and hopefully that is true, because it'd be nice to get this project wrapped up. I brought some other things to hopefully clean up the outhouse. I'll show you the inside today, and it's pretty gross. That'll be a whole nother project series, retrofitting and rehabilitating that outhouse. But for now, I just got to get water so the toilet works, the shower works, etc. So stick with me. I've got to clean this up. I got to clean that up first so I can drive down there, and we'll get to it. All right, that was longer than I'd hoped, but we made it. So, outhouse is behind me. I have previously cut, you've watched me, a path through these blackberry bushes, and now I'm gonna lay the hose past this container. A fun side story, I discovered this container while I was brush cutting. It was completely buried in the brushes. I didn't know it was there, so when I uncovered it, it kind of scared me a little bit. It's kind of like one of those horror stories. Some guy buys some property out in the woods, finds a container, doesn't know what's inside. Anyways, there's nothing in there. But run the hose back here. In the last video, you saw it down that pathway through the brush and to where I've left off. What I've got is this is the section that used to convert it from a 1-inch line through a 90-degree to a 3/4 inch line, and this is where it went into the outhouse. This valve is broken, so I need to replace the valve anyways, and it was just easier to cut it off. Like I said, I'm putting in all new hose anyway, so this is all garbage anyway. So I pulled it all off, took it to the hardware store, and this is what I've come up with. So, got a new valve. If I can get the, all right. Got a new valve, 3/4 inch. Same size as the old valve. And I need to connect it to this, which is the threaded socket for the 1-inch hose, 3/4 to 1 inch. I bought a reducer. This reducer has a 3/4 size and a 1-inch side. So this will thread in nicely right there. But I've got female to female, so I need a female connector, which is somewhere. Right there. Little arrow. Water flow is this way. That goes in there. That goes on here. That goes on here. 1-inch hose. Some Teflon tape to seal it all up. If you don't put this stuff on, it's going to leak. After adding the little downs line, I think it looks pretty good. Almost an exact replica, just a little different design. I think it's better because it's mine. You know how that goes. Loosen. Wait. Going the wrong way. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Okay, good thing these shoes are waterproof. So, this isn't just like a regular hose, this is high density polyethylene. You can't just unkink it. So I gotta cut it. I'm probably just gonna join it back up with one of the couplings. So I'm gonna cut the kink out entirely. Probably be wearing gloves. Pro tip. Cow hide's a lot tougher than your hide. Okay, I put this hose in last time, but I deliberately left it up and out of the water, or at least part of it. The water wouldn't siphon down while I was trying to make that hose. Now it is time to make sure that the inlet is the highest part, or at least the hose doesn't come out of the water until after it's below the inlet. Let's get to it. Hopefully that's it. Let's go see if we got water. All right, so the water is not coming down, which means there's got to be an airlock in there somewhere. So I'm gonna head to the top. Best I can figure is it's probably right at the beginning. There's a total of 80 foot of fall from where that PVC filter is to the outhouse. So I should have plenty of pressure at the bottom and plenty of pressure to lift the water up and over any of the little rises along the way. All right, I did it. So, problem was airlocks, just like I figured. I'm out of breath. I've climbed up and down that 80 feet. Oh, about 6 times now. Anyways, so what I did, I'll show you, hang on. So what I did is I loosened the clamp, pulled the hose back a little bit and twisted it enough to let some air out. And I went down each junction and I cracked it. You could hear the hissing and the snarling of the air coming out. And then once I got water, I tightened it back up, went down to the next junction. And this was the last one that seemed to have an issue with that. I've already gone down to the outhouse and checked, and it does in fact have plenty of water. So we tighten this back up. And then of course, if we make our way to the inside of the outhouse, whew, we've got, hang on, you gotta forgive the mess. Flushing toilet. Not sure where the top of this is. This place is gonna need some love. We got a flushing toilet. It fills back up on its own, hooray. We've got a tub that needs some cleaning, obviously, but oh, look at that, all that water. And last but not least, we have a sink that doesn't do anything. I'm not sure why the sink doesn't do anything, but that'll be some troubleshooting for another day. Yeah, very good. Now it's time to empty some trash here and start clearing the room. Do that for about a half an hour and then call her done. Well, it's not perfect, but it's a lot better. All the garbage bags are gone. All the garbage that was on there is gone. Anyways, I think that's it for today. I appreciate you sticking with me. We've got flushing toilets and a working tap. I mean, it's a bathtub. And I doubt I'm going to be taking a shower here anytime soon, but you never know. It's going to be hot this summer and maybe a cold shower would feel pretty good. So, guys, thank you, and I'll see you on the next one.